Going to show you here how to do garter stitch mattress seam. It's a really nice way to join two edges of garter stitch that are running parallel to each other. It's a beautiful way to join them together. You can hardly even see it when you're finished. It lays nice and flat, which is the reason I chose to do garter edges on these internal squares instead of the slip stitch edges. It just makes for a flatter, smoother seam, which I thought looked better in the middle. So when you look at garter stitch, you can see that each ridge has what we're going to call a smile and a frown. There's the upside down smile, there's a smile. And you're going to find those on each side. When we do this, we're going to line up. We're going to have coordinating matching garter ridges lined up next to each other. And we're going to be working with smiles on one side of the fabric and frowns on the other square. So first thing we're going to do is locate which ones are going to line up. And I'm going to line up this one with this one as my starters. So I'm going to find the smile over here on this side, and I'm going to go through it from bottom to top, just like that. You want the right sides of your fabric facing you and just those edges butted up next to each other. So up through the first smile. This end was already attached. I had to leave it attached or leave a long tail when you were knitting these center panels of the friendship star. Okay, so we've gone up through the first smile. I didn't use anything right on the edge. I went in one from the edge. And we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna find the first frown that's not on the edge. So there is the first frown. And we're gonna go up through that. And then we're gonna jump over to the next garter ridge on the pink side and find the smile. And we're going to come to the next ridge on the white side and find the frown. Then we're going to come find the smile on the pink and the frown on the white. So it's important that you choose the same frown, like you want your frowns stacked up right on top of each other. You wouldn't want to use this frown here and then on the next row jump over to that one. You want to make sure they're lined up and on top of each other. And after you've done a few of your stitches, you can come and kind of tinker with that tension a little bit just to get it to match up as closely as you can the tension of your knitting. Once you've done that, it's pretty well invisible. Okay, so we did a frown there. We're going to do the next smile. Frown. And you're just going to do that the whole way up. Might need to be a little tighter, but you can always do that before you finish. Just like that. Even them up, get them looking good. And you see once you've done that, gotten your tension all evened up, you can hardly even tell that there's a seam there. It just looks like the garter is continuous across the rows. It looks great on the back side too. You can hardly even tell there's a seam at all on the back side. Really invisible, really good looking. It lays flatter than this one, which on these sides I'm not as concerned about, but I wanted this to lay nice and flat just so that the embroidered center of your piece really shows up and looks great and you're not worried about a bulky edge over there. So there you go. You'll get the whole way up to the top, zip up all those ridges, finish it off up here, just tie it off like you would any other seam that you were doing, and then weave in all your ends just like you usually do. If there's a little hole up there at the juncture, tidy that up. Business as usual once you're done with that part.